What's cracking, everybody? Benji Bruce here with SpeakingLifestyle.com, and in this video we're going to talk about what do you do when people say we went with another speaker. I mean, other than you saying like, other than you like getting pissed off, what do you do when people say like, oh, you know what, we went with another speaker? Like, why do they do that? A lot of speakers have this problem, and I mean, no matter how big time you are, you will always run into this problem no matter what. So you won't always get picked to be the speaker. And so you got to think, what do you do about it when people say we went with another speaker? And so first thing you got to understand is, why are they saying it? Like, why do they even say we went with someone else? And this is what a lot of people don't understand, because when someone is communicating with you, when people are talking with you about their event, they're not going to say, you know what, you look like a scrub, we're not going to hire you. They're not going to say that to you. Instead, they're going to say, oh, we decided to go with another speaker. We decided he was more on message with what we're trying to accomplish. And so they're not going to say, we didn't go with you because your website looks bad. We didn't go with you because you have no video footage. We didn't go with you because you just look sucky. They're not going to say that. Instead, they will always say, we just decided to go with another speaker. So 99% of the time when people say we didn't go with you, it's because of your image. It's because the person they did go with has a better image than you. And when it comes to, let's say, like a seminar event, a conference event where most of it is about content, well, when it's about content, what they're going to tell you is, oh, we went with this person because we felt like their content was more on message with what we're delivering or whatever. But if you really step back and look at who they went with, I almost guarantee that the person they went with has a higher perceived value than you, meaning they are the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company and you're not. And so what the meeting planner won't tell you is that, oh, we went with this person because, hey, I mean, look at him. He's a freaking CEO of a multi-million-dollar company. Why would we not go with him? They're not going to say that. They're just going to say, oh, we went with this person because we felt like they were just more on message. And so you have to understand that what people say and what people mean are two different things. And if your image isn't good, you will get this a lot. People will keep saying, oh, we went with another speaker because of this. So what you need to do is you need to keep asking why. When someone says we went with someone else, ask them why. But when you ask them directly, once again, they're not going to really tell you the truth. They're going to say things like, oh, we felt like his message was more on point. And at that point, you look at the speaker, and if it makes sense, you say, okay, fine, his message is more on point. But what doesn't make sense, and what happens a lot of time, is when a speaker tries to get hired and then the person says, oh, we went with someone else, and you say, oh, who was it? They say, oh, it was this football coach. You're like, what? A football coach? This is a conference about SEO. What the heck does this football coach know about SEO? And so what's happening there is the football coach has a higher perceived value than you. And so the way you want to ask is you want to ask as someone else, or get someone else to actually send them an email and ask. And basically it comes down to this. They're not willing to tell you the truth to your face, but they're definitely willing to gossip about you. And gossip usually happens when two people know each other, but at least when one person and another person, when they're complete strangers, they're much more willing to gossip about you than someone gossiping to you straight to your face. And so what you want to do is you want to ask why as someone else. So maybe you say like, hey, Jane, I'm a speaker bureau who represents so-and-so, and we noticed that he contacted you about your event. We were wondering, why didn't you like really go with him? And so you're like having a conversation with them, and then you listen for little details in terms of what they say. So when they say things like, oh, well, we noticed that he didn't really have a lot of video footage. Something like that means, well, one, it means you need to get more video footage, but that is a sign that your image, your perceived value isn't up here, whereas it needs to be up here for you to get those gigs. And so that's essentially what you want to do. And I remember watching an interview with Elon Musk, and the person said, like, what's probably the most important thing as an entrepreneur? Like, what's the most important thing that an entrepreneur can do to build and grow his business? And Elon Musk, he sat there and thought about it, and he said, you probably want to watch Benji Bruce. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't say that. He said you always seek out criticism. He said that's probably the biggest thing. He said, always seek out criticism. And the reason is because you are blinded by your own ego, and you are blinded by what you think is right. And you have confirmation bias, everything. Your mind justifies everything. And so when you seek out criticism, you can see where you need to improve, where your flaws are. And so you have to constantly seek out criticism. And so you always think in terms of, who can you ask, and are they telling you the truth? You don't really want to seek out criticism from friends and family because they're not really going to tell you the truth. You want to seek out criticism from people who don't actually know who you are, because they're much more likely to tell you the truth. And then on top of that, look at the criticism from people who are angry. This is something, I made a completely different video on this about negativity in general. A lot of people think in terms of, oh, I don't want to hear negativity. Oh, get that negativity out of my life. And so you got to think along the lines of positivity and negativity doesn't really matter. It's just a matter of you're looking to see what information you need. And a lot of times when people are being positive, there's really no information in there that you can use. Whereas when someone's being negative, what you're doing is you need to strip out all the negativity and just focus on the one thing that you can do to improve. So let's say someone says, let's say you have a big company and you have customer support, right? And so someone calls and you're like, dude, I'm canceling. You guys are freaking horrible. Your customer service freaking sucks. You guys take way too damn long to answer the phone. I'm waiting for like 20 minutes. You guys suck. Oh my goodness, I'm going online and I'm going to review you guys in a horrible way. And this person's like going off or whatever. And you're thinking, I don't have time for negativity. I'm not going to listen to that. I don't have time for that. And so what you need to do is strip out all the stuff, and you just need to listen to the one thing that actually makes sense, the one thing where he says it takes too long to actually get on the phone. It takes 20 minutes to get on the phone. And so that piece of criticism is the exact same as if someone said it in a positive way, where someone said, you know what, I love your stuff, but I mean, it just takes so long to get on the phone with someone. Like, I mean, you guys are great. You guys are awesome. It just takes 20 minutes. And what you need to do is you need to see the positive version of that and the negative version of that and see it as the exact same thing. They both said the exact same thing. They just said in a different way. And so what you're doing when people say like, we went with another speaker or anything, is you're searching out for criticism. No matter how it's delivered to you, you're searching out for the criticism in order for you to improve. Because when people say we went with another speaker, what that almost always means is that your perceived value is here when it needs to be up here. And that's why people say we went with another speaker. And what you need to do when people say that is ask why. Figure out why they're saying it. Do you need better videos? Do you need better pictures? Why did they say it?